Hmm. This animal is pretty brave. I'm like right here, just few feet away. You know, check this out. I'm making liquid fertilizer. I'm just out in my back area of my yard working, right next to my garden bed right there. A lot of tomato growing this season. My compost bin. Yeah, so it's really just at the end of my driveway. In the little back here by the shed, which we don't really go into. So hence why it turned into an animal hangout. Huh. I don't think it's sick. So it's groundhog. I wanna say I think it is. They first started from making dome underneath that shed for my neighbor. Is where they live. And no joke, I remember one season they fought with my neighbor pit bull, and one one died. The pit bull did kill one, but the pit bull did get battered and beaten badly. So these are not animals to play with. He's groundhog. So it does come out at night as well, especially eating people garden vegetable. I think it's eating, whatever greens I probably have in there. But look, I'm like a couple feet from this thing. I definitely doesn't hurt animal, hence why they're kind of in the area. Especially like the chipmunks eating my strawberry. I don't really set traps, but they're very wise because I remember my neighbor actually set a live trap and this thing wouldn't go into the live trap. Those live trap where you're crawling and you get stuck. He wouldn't go in it. I literally saw it one day standing and looking at the live trap, like on his back heel, like, how a raccoon would. And, you know, he was on looking at the trap. Never going to the trap. And like I said, the closest is one time they put the dog in the backyard, which I haven't even seen they doing that anymore, on a leash, and it went into a fight. Right on below that shed, you know, is where their ground is, and their brow. But brow, well, underneath the ground, whatever you call that. But there's no doubt that they also have it underneath this shed. So this whole bushy area here, between our little shed and their shed, they have holes underneath the earth. This is not cool. That's what I was going to overall. And I think it takes so long, saying all this shit and that haven't come out. But as much as I don't hurt animal, this is not cool. I definitely not comfortable with the animal. It's comfortable in my backyard. Obviously, feces, just them being that comfortable and present. Because if I would go, it would run probably if I try to go close to it. But say that I corner it in a position where it felt threatened. This thing could attack you. Like I said, if I saw him beating a pit bull, I mean, obviously he can't beat me, it's a little animal, but I don't want a bite or a scratch from this thing. I don't know what type of germs, disease, or virus it might have. But yeah, this is not cool. This is a literal there. It's a little gap between me and it right now. It's probably like 10 feet, not even. It's right there. And it's the first I've seen it this comfortable, so I'm not that okay with it. I was just making a video. I already finished my video on making liquid fertilizer. You'll see that on my channel soon. But this is actually gonna make it, although this is not necessarily full say garden related, but I'm in my garden. This is my garden. This animal been eating my garden. And especially last year, I have my son. And so I wasn't around that much. Hence why you see all those extra, even that spike thing, you know, kinda keep them around the bay. Not going in my garden bed, keep them around the perimeter and just a little bit of you know, the tolerance for them to just not run in and eat my stuff like that. Because they will, you know, they especially, look at him, scratching on himself. And got all those fly following it too. So that means, you know, obviously they're not that clean. You don't know what this animal could be carrying. And obviously eat stuff from out the ground, not just greens. You know, and anywhere there's one, there's another. And who knows if that's mommy or daddy. You know. But it's not cool. Like my neighbor tried to keep them at bay. I think he probably had even caught a few, but for somehow they're still lurking around the area. They're not gone. So yeah. I'm not gonna be hurting any animal in such way, but I am gonna have to look into natural way of keeping it away. You know what I mean? They cannot come in this close, comfortable at this time. You know what I mean? Normally they does come out at night in the sense of a nocturnal. But this is not night. This is bright evening. You're gonna be seeing this on my channel. Yeah, Nick from Yardman Garden and Arts TV. Let me know what you think. It's groundhog. This is invading my yard space. And if you get the chance, it does eat my garden stuff, my fresh vegetable. Hence why I have a fence.